Embrace love and culture all in one dress. So if that's some content you would like to see, keep on watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video we are going to be doing a quick pattern review for one of the patterns that I did for my Valentine's Day dress, as well as hashtag BHM pattern designers. Now before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hello, ciao, guten tag, aloha, hola, konnichiwa, wagwan, bonjour. If you are returning, you know what to do. Go get you a quick snack, something to drink. Come on back so we can go ahead and get into this review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. All right, so listen. If you guys have not seen my Instagram story last week, I told you how I was asking everyone if you have this pattern to DM me. So this pattern is McCall's 7088, which is a Tracy Reese pattern, which happens to be a black pattern designer. However, I am going to be, I'm not going to tell you the pattern pieces simply because I don't have the pattern. I don't know how it got misplaced, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the pattern description. So the pattern description for this pattern, it has a bias neck and armhole facing. It's a fitted bodice, front seam details, gathered natural waist skirt, and an invisible back zipper. Now the bodice is lined, but I did not do that. And then it has shoulder straps and skirt lining and pleats. Now, that is the pattern details for this pattern. Let's go ahead and talk about the skill level for this pattern. Now for the skill level, it did back then, because this pattern is from like 2013, 2014, it's out of print, so I do apologize. However, you can still get this pattern on eBay, Etsy, or Amazon. So the skill level for this pattern that I'm going to rate it as is intermediate sewist, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about notion shoes. So the notion shoes for this pattern is just, you only need a 22-inch invisible zipper because it's supposed to be lined. However, I did some hacking and I'm going to talk about that in modifications, okay? Let's talk about fabric used. So the fabric used for this pattern, I use it's from Joann's, and it's the Black History Culture fabric, and this one is called Crowns. It's in red. I think it's called Crowns on Red. I'm gonna put it up on the screen as well as in the description box below, so you're able to, you know, get this fabric if your heart do so desire. However, I do know that it's in a different colorway, which I do not have. I have seen this in a yellow as well as a blue as well. All right. Let's go ahead and get into pattern pieces. Now, right here in pattern pieces, I'm not going to tell you the pattern pieces simply because I don't know where I misplaced the pattern, okay? So I'm going to tell you it does have a front, it does have a back, it does have, well, it doesn't have sleeves, but I did use the sleeves from a different pattern, which I will talk about here shortly. And then I did not do lining. I did create a facing for this, and then I did some other modifications as well. All right. So let's go ahead and get into pattern sizing. For this pattern, I'm gonna put it up on the screen because like I said, I'm gonna have to look that up for you so you're able to see the pattern sizing for this pattern, as well as just, I don't have the pattern right in front of me, and it's killing me to do this pattern review without the pattern in front of me so I can see that. So I will look that up for you and then put it up on the screen for you, all right? Let's talk about the size that I cut. So I do remember the size that I cut, okay? So the size that I cut was a size 16 for this pattern, and it fits perfectly. The only thing I had to do was size up at the bust because according to the pattern in my size, it was off a little bit. So I did size up at the bust, all right? Modifications. Did I make any modifications? Absolutely, all right? Now, one thing that I did is I attached the under bust part and the top part because it does supposed to have a front seaming. However, I didn't want that. I just wanted a normal bodice. So I attached that and made it one, and then kind of like traced around it and made my own pattern to where I can add darts, because I did add darts, front bust darts and waist darts for this pattern. So I did do quite a bit of hacking in order to get the desired details that I wanted for this pattern. I just kind of wanted like I know I could have went and got another dress, but like I said, I am going to be showcasing a lot of the Black pattern designers in the sewing community this month. So I did pick a Tracy Reese pattern. However, I should have picked a different one, but it's okay. All right. You only live once. All right. Let's talk about, did it look like the photos or the drawing on the pattern envelope? Yes and no. I'm going to pretty much say no. Reason being is because I didn't do the front seaming like it shows. Also, I added a sleeve. So because of that, it doesn't look like the pattern, but it does look like what I was going for this dress. All right. So you can do whatever you want to do. So no, it doesn't look exactly like it, but it looks similar to it, I should say. All right. Are the instructions easy to follow? For the most part, yes, they are easy to follow. I didn't have any hiccups with this pattern whatsoever. And, you know, I didn't have any hiccups. So let's talk about likes and dislikes. The only thing that I dislike about this pattern is the front seaming. So when I decided to pick this pattern, I didn't want seaming around my boobs. I mean, like if you a smaller bust, it may be okay, but a bust the size of mine, and I know there's some sewists that has bigger boobs than mine, but when you're sitting at a 42C, I don't know if I want all of that around, you know, my tata. So I just left that out, but to each his own for sure. But yeah, that's the only thing that I disliked about this pattern. Another thing that I dislike about the pattern is I didn't have enough fabric in order to do, well, it's not a dislike for the pattern, it's just me. I didn't have enough fabric in order to do side seam pockets, and you guys know I'm a girl that loves pockets, so I did not get to do that as well. But that's all the dislikes that I have. Likes, I do love this dress. I love the flirtiness of it. I wish I would have made the skirt a little bit longer, because I think, you know, it would have been fabulous a little bit longer. I can't necessarily wear it to work because it is a little too short. So what I will be doing is wear it as a long tunic with some jeans underneath, and I'm gonna rock it that way. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about first time experience. So this is the first time I have ever sewn a Tracy Reese pattern. However, I do have like 5 of her patterns in my stash. They are all out of print, but I do have them in my stash, you know, for if this event comes around again next year, I could pull a different one of her patterns as well. So that's the only first time experience that I have. But other than that, there's no other first time experience. All right, so let's talk about what I sew it again. To be honest with you, no, I think one and done on this pattern for me. However, I did enjoy sewing this pattern. Would I recommend this pattern to others? Absolutely. I mean, if you could find this pattern, McCall's 7088, I would say get it. However, I do know eBay, Etsy, and Amazon is selling this pattern for $5 and up. I don't remember seeing it for less than $5, give or take. But if you have this pattern and you look at it and you decide like this is not for you, you can always sell it too to someone who may want this pattern. All right. If you want the pattern, comment below. And if you have the pattern and you're able to give it up, go ahead and comment and say, I have the pattern. I'm able to send it to whoever wants this pattern. All right. There you go. Thank me later. All right. Let's talk about my pattern rating. So for this pattern, I'm going to stamp this pattern as a 4 out of 5. I do like this pattern. However, I did do my own modifications to, you know, get the fit that I was looking for. Now, I will say this because I did not add lining because I felt like this is a thick cotton. It's not, you know, see-through or anything. I did not add the lining. I have a video on my channel, video number 200.1. It's called Drafting a Front and Back Facing for Any Pattern. I did that for this pattern because some patterns you do not need to do lining for, and this one was one of them. So I go into complete details on how to draft a facing for any pattern if you do not want to use lining. So I will link that in the description box below, as well as on the end screen. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Now, before I let you go, I'm going to say two things. Happy Valentine's Day, because today is Valentine's Day. And I also want to say the sale. I know you guys are going to ask me, what's the sale? Simplicity will be on sale this week starting Thursday at $199. Another thing, new look. New look is always unannounced. So you have to go and get it scanned in order for it to show for $1.99. So one caveat, McCall's and Nomi runs together in the same sale. Nomi is unannounced. For some reason, it's not going to be printed when you go to Joann's. Same thing goes for new look. Simplicity is on sale with the new look. Okay, so new look is the unannounced sale with Simplicity. You're not going to see it on the flyer. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, keep sewing.